Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, Madam Nadia here. So for today's PHYTIPS, I'm going to share a few tips on how to determine resultant magnitude and direction of electrostatic force. For this video, I'm going to use this exercise, okay? So this is the answer scheme for the exercise. So I'm gonna browse through it and then give you some tips as we go along. Okay. So tip number 1: when you're calculating the value for force, okay, never put negative inside the calculation. All right. Never put negative. Okay. Tips number 2: let direction to the right be the positive and direction to the left negative. Same goes to direction upwards positive, direction downward negative. Okay, tips number 3: when you are calculating the resultant for magnitude force with more than 2 forces here, okay, please take into consideration the plus and minus sign. Okay, like I mentioned just now, to the right is positive, to the left is negative. Therefore, when you are doing resultant simply means you add, it's actually summation, okay, addition. Therefore, when you are adding the force, you need to take into consideration the direction. Therefore, the one to the left, which is F21 in this case, will be negative. F31 is positive. So when you add them up, this is the answer that you get. Okay, when you calculate, you get negative, simply means that the resultant direction is to the left. Okay. Number 4, any force that has angle means that you have to resolve them into its x and y component. Okay, resolving skill is very important. Okay, you need to be able to resolve into its x and y component and then take into consideration its positive and negative sign. Alright. Okay, tips number 5, and it is actually by far the most important tips because many students are confused on how to get the direction for your resultant force. Okay, in order to find direction, you use the formula tangent theta summation Fy equals to summation Fx. Okay, you have the value of summation Fy and Fx when you're doing in the previous step. Okay, so have a look at the value for summation Fx. Is it positive or negative? So if it's positive, which means that it is to the right. Okay, look at y. It's negative, therefore it's downward. Therefore, the angle must be in quadrant 4. And the angle must start from x-axis. Okay, so in this case, quadrant 4, the angle is below positive x-axis. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, here, x negative, y negative. So x negative to the left, y negative as well, downwards. Therefore, in quadrant 3. Okay, so the angle must start at x-axis. Therefore, the location is below negative x-axis. Okay, that's how you determine the location for your direction. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Okay, tips number 6 is actually I want to show you how to resolve. Okay. Okay, tips dia adalah tengok angle tu melekat dekat axis mana. Kat mana theta tu melekat, maksudnya itulah akan jadi cos. So in this case, theta melekat dekat x. So x komponen akan jadi cos. Okay. So katalah kat sini theta dia. So maksudnya dia melekat dekat y axis. Therefore, y komponen yang akan jadi cos theta tersebut. Okay, clear Theta melekat dekat mana, itu yang akan jadi cos. Yang lagi satu akan jadi sin. Right? Okay, next is actually not a tips. Not a tip Dia adalah satu kesalahan yang student selalu buat. Okay, so look at here. 465 dekat x-axis, 435 dekat y-axis. Selalunya apa student akan buat adalah dia kira ni, lepas tu dia tambah je terus. Okay, tak boleh. Reason tak boleh adalah sebab 65 ni dekat x component, 35 dekat y component. Okay, kalau dia berada di komponen yang berlainan, axis yang berlainan, awak tak boleh simply add. You need to do addition using this. Okay, so buat macam biasa, take into consideration negative positive, lepas tu substitute, dapat jawapan. Okay, never add them up directly macam tu saja. Okay, mesti add using this formula. Alright, last part ni bukannya tips sangat. I'm just gonna state out steps in order to answer question to find resultant force. Okay, first, sketch vector diagram. Okay, the most important bits, because this will guide you in the right direction. Next, look at the force that need to be resolved. So resolve them first. Okay, so next, calculate the value for each force. Okay, calculate first. Next, do the x and y component. Please take into consideration the positive and negative. And then last part is calculate the magnitude and direction. Don't forget the location for the direction. Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you.